Afternoon. Oh, and I need to have the mic on. All right. Okay, so today I need to run at 3:30. So I'm just taking a departure from the normal long speech. I'm just going to speak less, and I want you to speak because it is a special occasion today. Not a very happy occasion, but I must say it's a nice closure to a wonderful 2 years stint that Michelle had here. So I would like you to talk about Michelle, your impressions of Michelle today, and I will also talk, but some top points. Before I further say anything, I would like to really have a half a minute silence for the colleagues that we lost in uh, Afghanistan. And as you know that this was a very frightening situation for 61 staff. 57 of them were able to run down to a safe bunker, which is in the office. But the terrorists or ISIS claimed this attack, and they were in our compound in Jalalabad, and the very frightening thing, almost blood curdling thing for those 57 staff was that this fighting continued for 10 years between the forces of Afghanistan and the terrorists. Finally, it was contained only after 10 hours. Can you believe that people in that bunker for 4 hours? And that is a terrible situation. So it could happen anywhere to anybody, and we are indeed living in difficult times. And I would really like to pay tribute by being silent for just half a minute, 30 seconds. All right, but every tragedy also has its compensation. We heard the news day before yesterday that four of our other colleagues who were abducted in Libya were released and they went home. Isn't that wonderful news? That's wonderful news. So, guys, that is what Save the Children is all about. We actually, you know, put ourselves in danger in many parts of the world to save children. I mean, that is the commitment that we have to our children. And sometimes I believe that and strongly that we should be speaking our mouths out in states like Jammu and Kashmir or the red corridor that we have of the Naxals for the children there without getting into any political positioning. We would like to really work for children. So it's been a bad week in one sense. Quickly, other things, we had a visit of two CEOs December end, the new year. One was Omar from Switzerland, and Amy Fong from Hong Kong, CEO of Hong Kong. I visited Amy Fong in the slums of Mumbai, and that was a good visit. I would like to also talk about what just last week again, wasn't it last week, last Saturday or Sunday, where Pragya and the media communications campaign team put up Children Champions, what is it called exactly? Change Makers series in Mumbai. I'm not going to go any further into that. I would really like to thank that because it had its impact and some very interesting people who were there. And this happened in IIT Mumbai. I'm going to ask you, Pragya, to send out a all India note about what happened and what exactly you're doing in it. What would be the next series in the series? What would be the next attempt, and so on. So maybe I should stop there. I also had where else did I visit? I visited Mumbai. I visited um, Jharkhand. Yes, Jharkhand. It is significant because for the very first time we have signed up a significant contract with the government, with the Jharkhand government, and that was good. That visit was good because it was the first time. And it'll also help us how to deal with the government and difficult situations, how to actually get the money that is due from the government. What is the importance of relationship? Because if we have to be that large organization that we want to be, there is no way we can do it ourselves. One, of course, is advocating with the government, but also using those huge budgets of the government, how to spend it well with them. So Jharkhand is a good start. I'm extremely happy with Jharkhand. Okay, let's get to uh, this. I said the most significant afternoon, and we need to close it by before 3:30. What's exactly the time now? 3:10. Sorry, shouldn't have taken 10 minutes. All right. Can I see the photograph? Okay, just hang on to it. Okay, just pass on. This is your smart, handsome, beautiful SMT. Some of them, and of course, Michelle really added to that. Some of our beauty quotient is going to be diminished when Michelle leaves this afternoon. I mean, this evening, she's getting ready. Who are those making faces? Oh, this is this afternoon, and we do recommend barbecue nation. No, what this? This is good. And then this was in bright sunlight. It looks little. Okay, spot the handsomest man here. Please go back. Okay. Want to? No, we don't have time. But I was talking about this afternoon while you see the photographs, a new coinage of a word called menism. What is menism? Opposite of feminism. We men are feeling threatened. Is that right? So I want to next start a campaign called Me Too, like we men too. I'm glad that you're finding it. My jokes normally are not that well appreciated. Okay, the photograph, since lack of time. This morning I had a meeting at 8 o'clock and somebody didn't show up until 8:23. And I was the happiest man because she was always ahead of everybody else. If there's a meeting at 8 o'clock, she shows up at 7:30. That is how sharp Michelle was. So I was very happy when she didn't show, and so I could say that, Michelle, look, I came earlier than you. So that is what was Michelle. Sharp, driven, delivery conscious, accountable to the core, and a lot of fun if you know her closely, and wonderful delivery. So we are going to miss Michelle. She's leaving tonight to Ethiopia, as many of you already know by now, and Ethiopia is a much bigger program than us. It's about $120 million, which is what we want to be in 5 years. So she's going to handle a much larger budget. And I'll just stop there. because I want to hear many of you speak for the next 10 minutes. Who is starting?
Okay.
Yep.
I'll start.
Yep.
Thank you, Michelle. I've personally learned a lot from you, from Project Avatar to ADIing us. You really made an impact on Busy Children India and on my style of working. Thank you.
Yeah. You know, once the ADI was, and actually, if I start commenting, we won't finish. Okay. Please. Who is next? Yes. Just go ahead, Pragya.
So I think we're going to really miss Michelle. And one of the very few people, because when you send out an all India staff email or any email that doesn't really warrant a response, Michelle would always send out one appreciative line.
Michelle and I. Nobody else.
So I think that also showed, like, and we had genuine support from the program for the campaigns, and we saw that happening much more. And I would really want to extend a huge thank you, and I hope it continues. And you left behind something that we can carry forward. So thank you so much. It really means a lot.
Yes.
So I echo what Shweta said, right from our Project Avatar days, where we learned a lot about ADI and efficiencies and the new water management system, and then we all got involved in launching it. I think that was a team success that we had with Michelle, and then that's when we realized, how disciplined and focused ways of working can bring results quickly as well. So I think that's what Michelle really stands for: discipline and focused energy. And the other thing is that she's a fellow Aryan, so I really take pride in that as well, because I find a lot of similarities in her and my working style. But there's still a lot to learn from her.
She studied in LSR. Is that what you're saying? Similarities. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
I said she's a fellow Aryan. Our birthdays are not very far off from each other. And the other thing which I also want to applaud her for is instilling the think big thought in especially the corporate team. Looking at how we can grow the portfolios, individual portfolios to a larger amount, also constantly challenging us. I know there were lots of arguments, there were lots of heartburns, but at the end of the day, I think this is something that we would carry with us going forward. So thank you, Michelle. Thank you for everything, and we will miss you and keep in touch.
Okay. Who's next? There's a hand. Okay. The next person be ready in a minute or two.
Thank you so much, Michelle, for being with us. I think I was the first one to get the opportunity to let you see the programs in the office, and till the day we are with you. And there was a big learning for me being with you, and a lot of patience, perseverance I've seen in you. And the way you have coached us and made us go is something which we will carry forward from your learnings, and we are very grateful for your presence here with us and giving us this learning. Thank you so much.
Who is next? Renu? You want to say something? Yeah, but now you have to say something.
Well, Michelle, I think I've had the amazing opportunity of working closely with you, and it's really changed me, and especially the way I've worked. And I think the very structured way of how to work, and also like your, advice and the great wisdom, and also the great support. It's amazing, and I think I think both Shraddha and Charu said, you really changed the way how we look at things. And I think that will always be, even though you go far away, that will always be there. There'll be a Michelle style of working. I wish you all the best. We really miss you when you are leaving on Michelle.
Yeah.
Michelle's nice home. Yeah.
So we should actually, have that statement, Michelle's style of working, and put down points under that. That'll be great. And Renu, must be loving Michelle so much. She was struggling with severe migraine this morning. I said, take the day off. And then said, no, I have to see Michelle. So, good. Anybody else? I mean, I'm sure there are people. You still got, we still got some more time. You still got, actually 5 more minutes. We still got 5 more minutes. सबको बोलना पड़ेगा एक बार और बोलो बाकी लोग नहीं सुना ना HR is from HR.
Yeah, from HR. After you. It was.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Hi, Michelle. Yeah. So it has been a pleasure working with you. I could not work with you for a very long time closely, but whatever time I've spent with you, it has been very, very enriching, and you're a very result-oriented person, and you always help us in removing the any sort of blockages or anything that's coming in the way. You always focusing on results, and you've always been very approachable. That if anything is stopping you from getting this done, please come to me. I will help you. I will help you. That's how you've always been. So it has been a great experience working with you. Thank you for your support, and we've all, I'm sure, learned a lot from you. Thank you, and all the best.
All right, we got 2 more people to say something. Just 2 more. Somebody from programs? I know you have had already had 10 farewells for Michelle, but many of us didn't hear what you said. So somebody could say that what you heard from the farewell for Michelle. Oh no, there's somebody from program here. You already said something. Okay. From programs, yeah. The new hat, by the way. You didn't know the latest announcement, organizational announcement from programs.
So thank you, Michelle, and good luck. I actually didn't realize it was 31st today. I didn't realize actually we were fly out this evening, but I know that a large opportunity awaits you in Ethiopia, and I'm sure that the way you actually dived into here and into the thick of things of what we were all about, I'm sure you'll bring in the same flavor of being Michelle at Ethiopia. So the one thing I'm sure that Ethiopia doesn't know what's going to happen to them. So I'm sure we'll hear some stories from you and possibly some Ethiopian friends. It's been a good whirlwind 2 years, I think. 2 years, a little more than 2 years. Doesn't seem like 2 years, though we still thought that it would be here for a while longer. While there has been, I think you had a number of farewells, and everybody has said, want to say this for the last time as you always say to children in India, and thank you very much, Michelle. We've had some fantastic moments, and as I once mentioned earlier, you and I have had some very trying moments, but that was the fun part of it all. And so we will miss that challenge. Certainly, and I'm so glad. I'm just so glad you're not there in the meeting tomorrow morning about the meeting. So it's been mixed.
Yeah. So we must thank Michelle for the constructive challenges that she does give us. And I've been telling her, since she loves India so much, she can come every weekend. It's only 6 hours away from here to Ethiopia. 6 hours, that's all. Like it's like going to my hometown and coming back. Okay, the last person. Last person. Do I see a hand up? That's called a poignant silence. Michelle,
Yes.
you want to say something?
So thank you. I hate being the center of attention. So this is very, very nice and horribly painful at the same time. So most of all, I just want to thank all of you, especially 2 groups. One, the program team. You guys are doing amazing work every day, and I think you inspire me, and I've learned a ton from you. So please keep up the good work. The second is the SMT. Because you guys are the leadership of this organization, we have got along, we've had fun, we have had fights, but I think that, thank you. Oh, I think that this is why he's humanitarian. But I think most of all, it's important to work in an environment where you can challenge each other and have dialogues and have fun, and I think that that exists here. And I think this is budget season, and that wasn't why I chose to leave right now, but it's not a bad, it's not a bad side effect. And I think one of the best moments, which I will share, is last year I was taking Hindi classes, and so every Friday I had class from 6 to 8. At 8 o'clock, I had to come back here so we could start our budget meeting at 8 p.m. on Friday. And I remember we ordered a lot of food because that's what we do in the SNP. And around, I think it was about 1 a.m., I thought we were almost done and I was ready to go home. And Sonali said, "Can we get some egg sandwiches now?" So, yeah, and we did, we got delicious ice cream. So thank you to the SMT for keeping me well fed, well challenged, and for having a lot of fun, which is something that I've learned from all of you. And thank you for Thomas, who I think at the end of the day, we are here because we want to have a greater impact for children. Nothing else matters. And I hope that we can all remember that, and I think we do because of you. So thank you for your patience. I learned a lot. Keep up the good work. If I can say one thing, remember our values, which are nicely posted here, and remember why we're doing the work. And I always think that India is the most important country in the world. So keep doing what you're doing and do a lot more of it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. On behalf of all of us, we have something for Michelle. Just. All right, Michelle. This is a nice photo frame. You must frame my picture and put in your living room. And yes. All right, and we have a book for you. This is basically we didn't have an opportunity to give before. So this is from Renu Shakarai, and I have written inside, Michelle, what they don't teach you at Harvard, UPenn, or Wharton, Jugaad. Can I help you? And a nice picture. For the photo frame, yes. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you so much. Okay, the Eggie Award, and then I'm out. Okay, while the Eggie Award is coming up, I would like to tell you a beautiful, one of the most wonderful weddings and wedding ceremony that happened. Stephanie got married, and it was a superb occasion, and a few of us were there. And I don't know where she is. She didn't want to tell anybody that she's the location of her honeymoon. But she will come back for sure. She'll come back for sure. So I would like to, on everybody's behalf, wish Stephanie a wonderful journey ahead. Interesting journey ahead. Okay, come. Come.
So I'm going to announce the Eggie Award on behalf of Nivedita. The Eggie Award for December goes to Ejaz.
And the jazz is from?
Rajasthan. So I'm just going to read out the citation from on behalf of Nivedita. Congratulations, Ejaz. It is with great pleasure that I nominate Mr. Ejaz Ahmed, Rajasthan State Program Office, for this valuable honor in recognition of his outstanding work and tireless efforts. While thinking of nominating someone, he was the first person who came to my mind because of his team spirit, decency, great dedication, and commitment towards assigned works. He is a team player and has the capability to work alone if need be at any point of time. He has the capacity to manage a team with great patience while maintaining the dignity of the team. Ejaz has shown great commitment when he was managing the humanitarian relief operation in flood-affected villages of Rajouri and Pooch districts of J&K. He successfully supported vulnerable food-affected communities and children through shelter, safe drinking water, food, non-food items, and medicines. Ejaz has been involved in humanitarian response in difficult places for most of his career. Although mainstreaming of child protection was the significant area which was initiated by him very well during the humanitarian response. Apart from this, he has an outstanding capacity to manage the partner team. He strives to understand new concepts. His article on the issue of Rohingya Muslims was a good piece of work which gives insight on the issue. I wish you all the best for your future endeavors. Regards, Nivedita.
Great. Is the Ejaz available on phone? We couldn't get him on phone. Okay. All right. So I think I just overshot by 5 minutes, but I'm going. Thank you guys again, and thank you, Michelle. But anyway, I hope to see you there. Next is birthdays.
Hi everyone. Birthdays in January. I'm going to announce the names and I would request you guys to step forward as I call your name. Okay. Trupti Vinayak Ashtankar, Gurvinder Singh, Aman Diwan, Shweta Purohit, Raga Ramesh, Pallavi Deshpande, Mahima Sukheja. I don't see anyone stepping forward. Mahima, Jayanta Sengupta, Niti Agarwal, Vivek Kumar, Abhinav Singh, Nilabja Mukherjee, Vivian, who should be here somewhere, Sarthak Jain, Swati Prabha, Christy, and Ravinder Kaur. And with this, we'd also like to invite the new joiners who have joined in the month of January, Rupali Avade and Jyoti Gandhi. So I know for a fact that Jyoti isn't here, but Rupali, can you please step forward? Rupali. Rupali, maybe you really have to come and introduce yourself. Give a short introduction.
स्टीफन मारेगा क्या?
ये क्या है स्टीफन? ऊपर ऊपर ठीक है ना यहाँ से सब देखिए और ये सब जानते हैं. Hi everyone. Hello everyone. I'm Rupali and yeah, I joined here in Ananya project and I come from an organization called Khushbu Welfare Society, which was working on mentally disabled children. So that's it. Welcome, Rupali. Actually, you have to cut the cake. Michelle, I would also request you to come and cut the cake with all the wine Happy birthday to you. You can take for
Strawberry and apple जो है वो eggless. That's it. Strawberry and this one. Yeah.
Okay. Which one is eggless?
This is eggless.
Really good.
Yeah. That's it.
Hello, Stephen, hello.
Okay.
Guys, a big round of applause.
You're supposed to take in and feed someone else, right? You do that.
No, but we should definitely feed that.
It's really messy. Here. It's mostly cream. That's for you, Siva.
That's for you.
Allow you a smelling.
You want me to smear it?
No, no, no.
Yeah, yes.
Gargi, I still have. I don't know how to work. No,
Allow me to smear this.
A little bit, Michelle.
I can.
Now everybody line up.
Thank you.
thank you so much.
What?
A photo together. We want a photo.
Put your cheek with it.
Thank you.
এটা আছে eggless না eggless का वहाँ पर कोई बैठा हुआ है। हाँ सही बात है। ये कोई खाता नहीं है ये मीनाक्षी eggless नहीं कभी eggless नहीं है पहले बार eggless है।